Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in a Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to get better and also how to improve very quickly here in this game, because I know, especially as of just 2 days ago when they took out the legacy settings, a lot of you guys are switching to linear exponential, or maybe you guys are changing up your sensitivity and also looking for some very good tips and tricks to get better and also improve here in season 2 of Fortnite. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best and fastest ways to improve here in Fortnite. And real quick, before we get into the video, I'm going to be giving away V-Bucks every single week. So if you guys want a chance to enter my V-Buck giveaway and win 2,000 free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do to enter that giveaway is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you guys do turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And lastly, comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And also, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom, click on support a creator, type in my code. My creator code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so here in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best and also the fastest way to improve here in Fortnite Season 2. Now, there is a lot of ways to improve in this game, and I get asked quite a bit in my live streams and also my comment section on the best and fastest ways to improve, because a lot of you guys are maybe switching your binds, maybe changing up your sensitivity, or maybe changing over to keyboard and mouse, whatever you guys are doing, and you guys are looking for some very good ways to get used to your new binds, new sensitivity, or maybe just looking for some very good tips as well to just get better and improve at the game very fast. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys the best and also the fastest way to improve in this game. And so all the clips I have are going to be from the previous live stream I had, or actually it was from the live stream 2 days ago. And one thing you're going to notice about all of these gunfights, and I just basically took out all the gunfights in order, and the one thing you are going to notice similarly in all these gunfights and maybe even build fights is pretty much every single gunfight is going to be close range and also going to be in box fights, meaning that if you really want to improve at this game and just looking over and over again at the gunfights that you have, as you can see here, pretty much all of my gunfights are extremely close range. It's me taking people's walls, me going for some ramp plays, ramp flips, maybe some quick shotgun shots, maybe some quick flicks. So if you guys are looking to improve at this game, first of all, if you guys want to get better here in solos or maybe even arena, I would say 100% close range is going to be the go-to way to improve in this game. Just because the majority, if not every single one of my gunfights is close range, I'm constantly having to take people's walls, I'm constantly having to go for that edit play. And so I feel like if you want to improve this game very quickly, I think playing in box fights is going to be the absolute #1 best way to play. Aside for some other benefits as well, I really do think box fights is going to be the most beneficial, just because the majority of gunfights that I have are close range and also box fight type of games. So improving your shotgun aim, improving your SMG aim, and also learning how to take people's walls, go for quick edit plays, and outplay other players in a close range scenario is going to be very crucial. Aside for like the one clip right there where I just absolutely beam the guy with the AUG, pretty much like I said, every gunfight here, as you can see, is close range. I'm constantly build fighting, I'm constantly box fighting, taking people's walls, going for quick flick shots, quick edit plays, all that kind of good stuff. And especially now, one thing I have noticed when I'm playing a lot of my solos on stream is a lot of people just sit in boxes over and over again. I mean, usually in the past, at least the majority of gunfights I was in, people would try to build fight, meaning that when they would build up, they would at least try to take shots at you. But I feel like nowadays, and I've noticed this quite a bit in my solos, like I just said, is people are just sitting in boxes. People are just playing as slow as possible. So I feel like now, even more than ever, it's extremely important that you want to focus on close range fights. You want to focus on box fights, going for quick flicks, quick edits, and just everything quick in general, being very fast and outplaying the other player. So that's why I do feel like box fights is a very good way to improve at this game. And also another reason why I do recommend box fights, zone war, stuff like that, creative. Another reason for doing so is, say if you switch your binds, so like I said earlier at the beginning of this video, with legacy being removed, a lot of you guys could be switching to linear settings or exponential, or maybe you're just maybe changing some binds, maybe changing up your sensitivity, whatever you guys are changing. If you try to improve or try to get used to your binds in public matches, a lot of the times you're going to notice the public match kill count you're going to get is probably anywhere from like 7 to 11 kills, and a lot of the times you are spending up you are spending a lot of time getting materials, getting really good loot just to fight the other players, meaning that you're probably fighting a player once every couple minutes or so. And when it comes to playing in box fights, playing in zone wars, you are constantly fighting other players. You're going to be fighting players every like 20 seconds, maybe every 10 seconds, meaning that you're going to be able to get that muscle memory down. You're going to be able to improve way faster than you would in public matches, because in public matches, like I said, you're probably fighting people every once of couple minutes. Maybe you can have back-to-back fights, but usually in general, I say on average, you're fighting people at once every couple minutes or so, versus in box fights and zone wars, you're constantly fighting people over and over again, meaning that you're going to get used to your new sensitivity, you're going to get used to your new settings much quicker than if you were to try to do that in pubs, because the main key thing that you really want to focus on is when you're ever changing new sensitivities, whenever you're changing your new settings, new binds, or maybe you just want to get improved at this game, you really do have to get down your muscle memory. That is the number one thing that's really going to help you hit your flick shots, and also a lot of your shots in general, pretty much almost everything in this game is going to be down to muscle memory, meaning that it takes a little bit of time to get that muscle memory down, meaning that if you want to get your muscle memory down very, very quickly, you're going to have to constantly go into fights. You're going to have to constantly edit, constantly build, and the best way to do that is going to mean things like 1v1s, zone wars, and box fights, because in public matches, like I mentioned, you're probably fighting people once every couple minutes or so, meaning that you're not going to be constantly working on those specific shots, those specific builds, or that specific edits. So box fights, creative, 1v1s, all that kind of stuff is 100% the best way to improve at this game. Of course, when you talk about public matches, you have things like maybe you play a little bit smarter, maybe you play a little bit more conservative, you have different rotations that you can use that are a lot better, and maybe even you can try different play styles. But mainly in this video, when I'm talking about getting better, I'm talking about strictly mechanical things, so like aiming, building, editing, all that kind of stuff, because when it comes to playing smarter, those are one of those things that's a little bit harder to work on, because you have to be very mindful of all the plays that you make. You have to be very mindful of your mat count, your rotations, maybe how you approach the gunfight, different things like that. It's a lot more difficult to really give you guys some tips on how to improve in that aspect, but with this video, I'm really just trying to focus on mechanical skill, and you can focus on your mechanics, improve your gun skill, you can improve your editing, your building, your flick shots, everything like that very, very quickly in things like box fights, zone wars, and also 1v1s. Because when it comes to improving at the game and those other aspects are not mechanical, when I talk about rotation or being smart on rotations, maybe just focusing on your game sense, things like that, when it comes to improving in those aspects, you really do have to be very, very mindful of how you play. So for instance, if you know the other player has a purple shotgun, you know the other player has a drum gun, then you probably want to keep a little bit of distance. You probably don't want to be the one who's super, super aggressive, because those are the people who are just going to spam you with their drum gun very fast. So you have to be very, very smart when you are approaching that gunfight, because if you approach it the wrong way, even if you are very, very mechanically good at the game, if you approach the gunfight very wrong against people who have better loot than you, then even if you are better mechanically, you can still lose that gunfight because you approached the gunfight the wrong way. Maybe you should have played a little bit slower. Maybe you should have tried to get him weak with your SMG before you made a hard push on him. And you also have other aspects of the game, so knowing when to push and maybe when to back up off a gunfight, when to rotate to the next zone. And I feel like the best way to work on these things, because it really is hard to explain because it is a case-by-case thing, because every single game you get into is going to be a little bit different. You really have to make the right decisions where to push. You know, when to challenge, when not to challenge, when to rotate, when to take the shot, when not to take the shot. And I feel like a really good way to just understand when to make those decisions is honestly just by watching other people who are very, very good at the game, who make a lot of the right decisions and are extremely good, because watching them play can really give you insight on, you know, what gunfights they decide to push, how they play, if they play very, very aggressive, how do they push the other players, different things like that can be learned very quickly by watching other people who have a play style that you want to have that are also extremely, extremely good at the game. I feel like that's a very, very good way in improving on that type of aspect. So mechanically, of course, box fights, zone wars, things like that. But if you want to also improve on things like, you know, when to push, how to have the best play style possible, I think watching other people who are very good at the game is essential to doing so. So with that being said, that is going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found this video very helpful, make sure you guys do smash that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you guys do throw on those post notifications so you guys can get notified for every single new video. And lastly, I do stream every single day here on this channel at 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys want to catch me when I'm streaming, make sure you guys do so. I stream every single day, like I said. And with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I'll see you next one.